Good morning. Happy new week. Let's do this. Let's observe the market and trade well and be patient and be disciplined and do it like any other week. I would totally say, "What's up, guys? How was your week?" But we're not there yet. So let's load everything up. Oops. Oh, Tanishk is here. No way. What's up, Tanishk? We're live trading. Oh, okay. Getting everything open. So, I mean, today's a risk-off day just because of the whole Venezuela strike and the fact that we have like major news down the week. So it'll just really be reading the market sentiment. Like, okay, I just opened the charts. So let's get the. So the first chart I look at, I mean, Tanishka is my only viewer, so I'll explain this. So like right now I got four charts here. The ones on the right are the weekly. So the weekly is just like as you could tell, it's like it goes by week intervals. So this is like week 1, week 2. So right now, we're basically like, I'll draw a line because it makes more sense that way. Like this was the previous. Oops. This was the previous resistance, and now it's becoming a support. Now it's just about, will the market be able to hold this, and how will we react to this during the week. So then I look at the 1 day. Last week we had a lot of volatility, like in the downside, people taking profit before the end of the year for tax reasons, and now we're able to move up. So it's a good retracement. Honestly, it's a little bit bullish, so that's good. Um, yeah, this is day trading. So basically, I would first look at the higher time frames. The higher time frames give me a perspective. Like, okay, what am I looking at? What what should I be worried about? Then I go to the 4 hour. So basically, I look at the 1 hour, 4 hour. It's like a top of a funnel, and then you go down slowly to the, like, the 1 minute, 5 minute, and that's when, like, okay, I'm ready to take a trade and see, like, if I can find something in price, like an inefficiency. So this is the 1 hour and 4 hour. So right now it's just been a steady, like, as you can see, it's just been a steady grind up, and it's healthy. Pullbacks are, honestly, it's just simply because right now the market is in a spot that it's not very, it's moving, I guess, I mean, just choppy. It's not really clean. So because of that, it's not the cleanest. But overall, like, right now, NQ Nasdaq has retraced more than like 70% of it, while S&P 500 has retraced the whole move. So that's bullish. And yeah. So now I'm gonna go to the 15-minute and 30-minute. So that will be this one. Oh shoot, my bad. I was showing you the wrong chart the whole time. Oops. Okay. So this is what I meant to show you. This is the 4 hour and 1 hour. So like I said, this was retraced. S&P 500 completely retraced the sell-off, the sell-off we had on Friday. And then we on Nasdaq we retraced 70% of it. So we have basically entered the range. Like we've entered a range into S&P 500, but Nasdaq looks like it's a divergence. It's more bearish than S&P 500 because S&P 500 and Nasdaq like to move 95% in favor of each other. So when there's a divergence, it helps you understand, okay, um, maybe it will be a bearish sentiment and this move won't hold and we will sell off even more. So it's a thing to keep in the back of your head. So then we come here. This is the 15-minute and 30-minute. So again, it's just been a slowly grind up, like a lot of chop. It's pre-market, you're not gonna expect much. So it's just gonna be about waiting and seeing. Will the market people, I mean, we do have news today actually, which is enough because the news that's happening today is I believe at, okay, it's at 10 a.m. So that's important. So we're probably gonna be risk off till then, just to really get the clues of, okay, what is the market wanting to do. We might take a trade before that if like order flow supports. So like for example, I mean the 15-minute and 30 minutes not really telling me much. So and I'll go to my order flow. So right now I'll be looking at this, seeing, okay, where's liquidity resting? What am I gonna expect? Like, just like how is the order book being filled? So right now we're hugging view up. So let's now look at the 5-minute and 1 minute. Before I just do that, let's just log into my account, because last time I forgot to do that. Okay, so now I can load everything. So okay, this is interesting. Nasdaq opened up in yesterday's valley area, so we're gonna test that. We're gonna see. That's important. So, and okay, S&P 500 is very close from, which valley area is that? From Tuesday's valley area. Valley area is just basically these lines here and here are basically where volume was conducted the most. So it's important because usually there's still resting orders. The market likes to revisit it, retrade that high volume areas, and usually chop around it, accumulate, consolidate, market a place of certainty where buyers and sellers can buy and sell, and then do aggressive distribution upwards or downwards, depending on, like, of course, what is the sentiment. So I'll just load this. Okay, so now the 1-minute chart. Yeah, let me just actually just check this real quick. So yeah, S&P 500, I'm just gonna call it ES for now, because I am trading futures. So it's really consolidating, holding this area very well, which is simply right now the opening. So that's good. I mean, it's holding well, but NQ, which is Nasdaq, is it's also starting to consolidate, but it's making second leg structure. So if sellers maintain pressure, we could definitely mark a new low. But if buyers hold us down, we can continue back to the range. So let's see who's in control now. So this is like, we're only 10 minutes into the market opening. So we're just gonna sit and wait now. And what I'll do is I'll have my drink. I'm fasting, so I gotta have my salts and electrolytes. Okay, it made a new low, but it's like not even, I think it's like a tick. So can't say much about that. But we did fill liquidity. If I get this here for you, we fill liquidity right here. Is further liquidity down. I mean, okay, solid close. We can continue to break down. A liquidity sweep, buyer stepping in aggressively. You could tell that just by the bigger balloons. That's just like the balls. I don't know, what do we call them again? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess just like bigger balls. I'm gonna say balloons. The bigger balloons. These. Yeah, so here buyers are completely taking control back nicely and cleanly, right back to the range. You can see where this I don't know if you can see it clearly, so I'm gonna change the to here, but you can see this pink line, this dotted pink line is like basically where volume is the most transacted between buyers and sellers. So the market will be gravitated towards that, and sellers were actually winning, but buyers took control after they made a new low, as you can see this wick, and came right back to the point of control between buyers and sellers. So it's getting interesting here. Let's see. I mean, actually, it could also lead to a lot of chop. But it's 9:42. I got 3 minutes left before I can trade. I like to wait the first 15 minutes just because it helps allow the mind to uh, look at the charts without thinking, okay, how can I trade? It just helps with better processing of what you see. Like if I look here, it's like this consolidation is really like strong. So this can lead to an extreme breakout if we if we pass these wicks, which we're trying to do right now. So there's liquidity higher. Rough close. There's definitely sellers sitting up here just absorbing price. This whole area from yesterday and today was a low volume area of like low volume, basically less volume was conducted. So it would be interesting to see how the market reacts to this. Will we pass it? Will price get to absorb, and will we retest it? Will it become an area of support? That's gonna be what I'll be looking for, and if it does retest and support, let me just see, because we got a 200 EMA here too.
Surrender.
Let me just fix that. Okay. So I want to see this real quick because there's the 200 EMA holding us. So let me put it here. So this yellow line is a bit important. Okay. Fresh close by, oh, that's a solid close by ES. So I would totally like to just see a retracement, and based off that retracement, yeah, no, this is a doable trade. On that retracement, I can play the continuation. So that's my trade. So let me just see, where is Valley area? Right here. Okay. I'm gonna just mark it this I don't forget. So this area, this level right here is important. Okay, there's that retracement into the low volume node. Now it's just about how we continue forward. Having a good amount of accumulation. Retest the VWAP and point of control. Okay. So I got a resting order right now because I'm curious if we do continue back high. Okay, yeah, no, sellers completely brought it back to range. Okay. Buyers just were completely exhausted after passing that absorption wall by sellers, that once they passed, there was no more buying, and sellers just were like, okay, time to put it back where it was. Sellers are overpowering. I mean, if you kind of zoom out and look at the structure, it's basically PO3 manipulated higher, and now we definitely could distribute lower, make new lows. But I'm also wondering what draws the market down to make new lows. So, okay, I'm looking. I mean, if the market was gonna move down, I think it would just to take some of the pre-market liquidity. You already tested this resistance. Okay. We're right back to the top though. Wow. Yeah. Either we consolidate or that same edge could still work. And these buyers have been pretty aggressive. Like you can see, like the amount of times that they stop sellers in their tracks to make new lows. is something worth thinking. But it's getting tighter. The liquidity is lower, and ES has like they completely switched. Now ES is diverging and pushing lower, and now NQ is consolidating and holding. Buyers are just holding so well. It's like, how can I not be bullish? But that same resistance. Yeah, I'm gonna hold it. Like, I don't wanna, I really don't wanna buy into this resistance. It's like, at the same time, sellers are really absorbing. I think the market's truly just waiting till 10 a.m. for the news to come out. Because with this amount of indecisiveness, pretty like, yeah, I'm not feeling to take this trade. Yeah, I can't, because my edge evolves around a continuation after PO3 structure, which is happening right now. But it's just holding the range. This is no longer looking like the type of structure I'm looking for. And then I want to ask myself, do I want to expose myself to that risk if we do uh, make a new high? No, I don't. And retracing back to view up. Now buyers are stepping in. And buyers are coming aggressively, absorbing, getting absorbed. Continuation. Liquidity is higher at 630. Oh, okay. You see this, it's accumulating a lot. And after that accumulation, sellers have made a new low and look like they're about to break it. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a waiting game till the news. We got 3 minutes left. I'm gonna keep my order there. I honestly kind of think like it might be a no trade day, just simply because if we continue to stay in this tight range, I'm not trading this. Like the risk to reward ratio is not clear. Because if we do move higher, we trade value area, which is I think significant compared to if we move lower. I'm looking at, we have pre-market. It's a sediment, right? But I'm trying to also map like, okay, what would bias the market to do so, you know? Because you can see like whatever news we had over the weekend did not matter. Jackknife. Okay, news is gonna happen. Yeah, no. I'll leave my order, but I don't. There's no point to trade during a news event just because the order book gets very thin, and it's like wherever you get filled. Excuse me. I don't know why. Every time I record, I just end up yawning. I'm not even tired. Okay. So there's news, and the news, like, of course, the same thing. Like, I mean, the news was a catalyst which allowed the market to potentially break out, but we're staying very tight in this range. Very tight. It is not pretty, this chart. Very wicky. And usually when we wick like this, it's like even when we do break out, it's very likely it's gonna be a trap, and that just erodes my edge. So It's like I'm gonna put in probability. There's like a 70% chance I will not make a trade today. If something really stands out, I'll take it, but I'm not gonna overstay my welcome. Like if after 10:30, if I don't see anything, I might just walk away. Usually walk away till 10:45. But yeah, I think I'm also just my brain is so used to taking trades so early and just like leaving just because I mean, it's been a while since we had some consolidation like this. Usually we have direction and then we consolidate, but right now it's been the opposite. I mean, that's just the beauty of the market, right? How like even if you have an algorithm doing this for you, or you're doing this, like it's a constant change. It's a constant need to adapt to what the circumstances are, and that's what makes it very challenging, but also tests yourself. Like, are you able to adapt? Because, like, I think in life, adapting is like the number one thing we can do as humans. Because it is something to keep it. You know, I think we're gonna break out. But again, like I say, like, do I want to take that risk? No, I don't. So my hands are not near my computer. I'm being patient. Yeah. Liquidity is higher. Okay, let's just see if it would have played. So I would have got filled right now. Would the trade have played? Aggressive buyers did try. A little bit of absorbing. Aggressive sellers stepping in as well. So yeah, no, I would have been stomped out. Or I would have been very close to getting stomped out. Actually, I'm still in this trade. I'm about to get stomped out. Or not. There we go, right? Yeah, no, I'm stopped out. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, no. That's the thing. It's just so choppy. It's a wiki. Like the amount of wicks we have is pretty shocking. Okay, there's a trade. So it would have played. Maybe risk. It's like weird because if I kept 1500, yeah, I would have probably been okay. But it played out. And we still haven't tested Valley area. Nice. I'm not trusting this move. Okay. ES just tested Valley area low. Yes, it is Valley area low. POC is right here. We can definitely play to that. But then Nasdaq is my vehicle of choice to play this move. Basically playing continuation. Oh, let me just see how this closes. Where's my exit? Okay. basically I'm getting at this top, rounding top. Okay, no, seller's already accepting. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is. Then like the moment I look up, I'm seeing seller stepping. But it's good if we have a second leg. I think that would be great. If we have a second leg, sellers could just dominate. Because they've been coming in aggressively every time we try to break higher. Yeah, solid retracement by sellers. So if the circumstances of the market are like this, well, let's say it continues like this for like the next, let's say, month or 2 or 3, then it would start to be like, okay, you know, I'm not taking trades, my win rate is affected. Then I would start to think like, okay, I gotta change my edge. So I would look for like shorting like it's simple, shorting the shorting where absorbing is happening by buyers, and buying where buyers are being not where buyers are struggling to push lower. That was hard to say for some reason. Yeah, Delta is definitely bearish. My order is, I'm just wondering, is it valid? The liquidity is sitting at 650. I'm just wondering, will that liquidity just be filled and that's it, or will we continue to, because my exit makes technical sense, like as it's a rounding top. It's basically where the market opened, so it's important, you know. It's like we accumulate a lot before we make the move, so that's why I'm like, I could sit and wait. Okay, it looks like I'm about to get filled. A little bit of aggressive buyers. Okay. So, oh no, it just front runned it. Let's see if buyers continue. The hesitation is real. This looks like it's gonna be a loss. That's okay. We did fill the liquidity. So that was my worry. Like, will we just fill liquidity and not move? I'm gonna reduce risk. If we pass that wick, I'm out. Damn, it's choppy though. This is like so much hesitation. I hate it. I hate this type of hesitation. Oh, look at that breakdown. I'm protected at that wick. It looks like there's gonna be a stomp out. Yeah, it's a stomp out. Okay. I definitely gonna have some slippage there. Okay. So it ran up quite a bit too. So how much did it run up? I think it ran up 800. So half of my target was, like, I reached half of it, and then I'll just see what my loss will be, because like I am still in the trailing threshold, so it's important for me to watch that. But yeah, that was not a clean trade. I do like the idea, but yeah, no, it's just after that, like, let me just see where you guys are looking at because I don't want to say so. Okay, let me just put this up here. Like, basically, after we fill that liquidity, this is my worry. We were able to hold it, but like that then just became an area of absorption, so it's not clean. It is what it is. So I'm done. One trade and done. I just wonder, like, I'm just curious, how much will I be slipped? Because knowing how Tradeovate has been with me, it'd be funny. It would be interesting and not funny. So I'll take a look into that. So I'm gonna close my charts. I just took a screenshot of the trade I took. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay. So yeah, what would I have changed about that? Honestly, it's just a loss. Like, I don't think I think I would have taken it again. I just simply think that that it's just so choppy. Maybe, you know what I originally said, that maybe it's like I'm not gonna be taking a trade today, because like, yeah, it could have just been that, like, I was not gonna take a trade today, and I could have agreed to that. But the trade looked proper. I liked the retest, the continuation, and it was just, once that liquidity was filled, I was looking for a continuation, but that was not the case. So okay, I'm gonna bring you here. So the loss was 1200, so I was slipped 100%, because I definitely removed half my risk, so I was definitely slipped, and my trailing threshold is 56, so 65, no way, 65, 75. So that was a 2k. How did it run? Okay, that doesn't make sense. Let me just think. So it ran up 800, so it's 2000. Okay, no, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, that affected my trailing threshold quite a bit, but theoretically it's basically 1.5 trades. It's fine. It's fine because, you know, I couldn't move to break even. Maybe I could have taken risk off, but it's like, you know, when the market's moving like that, it's like, do I want to be doing that? So now you can see it's gonna test it again, but like, it's not clean. Okay, so let me check it. Gross. Okay, so it's actually 1,000, and the commissions, after commissions. Okay, so interesting. And I was filled with multiple orders. Yeah, so I've been thinking about this to move to Nasdaq instead of micros. So maybe next week, I mean, at the end of this week, I'll be looking to this, depending on how this week goes. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's just like, of course, it really was a beat on my trailing threshold. But if you look into it, it's like, you know, it's not that bad. At the end of the day, the trick definitely could have played, but I'm not looking for 5 points, and it's just gonna simply take 2 trades to fix my trailing threshold. Well, basically one trade. Yeah, one trade to clean this up. So yeah, so my win rate has been taking a hit. Let's just look. So let's look at this month, or last month, this month, right? Can I just modify the days to what I want? So let's just do first. Can I custom range? Perfect. So okay, yeah, my win rate took a hit. I was at 80%, now I'm at 70%. So I mean, let's see at the end of this week, because I need more data to conclude anything. But if my win rate continues to take a hit, it's gonna start to be like, okay, is it the market conditions? Is it me? Or is it because this is 2 losses in a row. Wait, no, that's not true. Never mind. It's my first loss so far of like last week. I didn't take a loss. I mean, I did, but it's not a consecutive loss. That's what I'm trying to point out. So okay, yeah, it's just gonna be about um, will this continue, or is this a market? Is it me? You know, and it's like stopping and looking at your data and just be like, okay, when I show up, how am I feeling? Rather calm, you know. I know what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, let's just see. I'm just a little bit like, okay, you know, like that was a hit on my trailing threshold, so I guess that's why I'm a little bit like, darn it. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it, every guys. Yeah, so the trade played out. But like look how ugly that is. That's so ugly. The trade did play out. It's very ugly. Okay. Let's get you, just turn this off, save and exit. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to do outreach for my company. I'm not gonna do heavy of outreach, but I want to do it. I'll contact like 3 4 people. Honestly, I want to take a nap. I want to take a nap. Like I've been feeling it just because yo, last night I could not sleep well. It was just one of those nights where it's just like you're rolling in bed. So yeah, and then I'm gonna continue with my PRDs. So I have to modify my current build with my business, and yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be looking into. And then I'm still reviewing the rest of 2025 and preparing for 2026. So that's gonna be like 70% of my time today, and I'm also gonna continue to enjoy my fast. I'm like almost 16 hours in, so let's go. So thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know who's watching anymore, but thank you. And I hope you have a great day.